Welcome to my Raw review for tonight's Raw. Um, Starting off, they did a very nice tribute for Memorial Day with all the superstars saying lines to Ronald Reagan's speech. You had Stephanie, also Shane. Just very, very nice tribute. To start off Raw, you had Shane O'Max come out first, then Stephanie. They were talking, and Shane was talking about how SmackDown was live and how, brand extension. Then New Day interrupted, was talking about how they didn't want to break up and everything. So it goes on. Very good segment, I'd have to say. Then New Day said you should have like a dance challenge, like brother versus sister rivalry. So Shane does the dancing. Stephanie's about to dance, and then the Vaudevillains music hits. Their music hits at the wrong time most of the time. And then you had the New Day versus the Vaudevillains. If the Vaudevillains win, they would have another chance at the Tag Team Championships. But it ended up Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson attacked the New Day. And this just shows me that WWE is, even though they booked them really not too good so far, that they are very serious on these two being top dogs. And it looks like they are going for the Tag Team Championships now. Attack the New Day does I think it's called the Magic Killer on Big E. Boy, did they make a statement tonight. And then, next up, you had these awful fucking Usos versus Breezango. Tyler Breeze and Fandango, basically. Honestly, did not care about this match. But you had Golden Truth, Ron Killings, aka R-Truth, and Goldust out there on commentary, and now them two together, funny as hell. They're funny shit. Of course, you had the Usos winning. I could care less about this match. I wasn't really paying attention. But at the end, after they lost Breeze and Fandango, they went out, they had a little brawl, and R-Truth threw Fandango or Breeze, I cannot remember which one, to the barricade, and got the other one, threw it to Goldust, and Goldust did like a power slam pretty quick. Very good chemistry, and looks like, I don't know where it's going to go, but looks like they're still feuding. I don't know if this was before that match or not, but they had a segment with Sami Zayn, Dean Ambrose, and Cesaro, and it was fucking hilarious. The segments, except a few, were pretty good tonight, like the talking ones. Then you had the Roman and Seth segment. Oh, dear God, was it awful. I'm not negative to WWE often, but this shit was just terrible. I mean, I don't get what the point was. It was the point to waste time, and it was pathetic. That's all I'm going to say with it. Then you had Lana come out, introduce Rusev like she's been doing here in the last few weeks, I believe. Then Zack Ryder. It was Rusev basically destroyed Zack Ryder, beat him, and Rusev was talking and all that about he's the greatest United States champion. Then Titus O'Neil comes out and says, not on Memorial Day. You definitely should not be talking about that, like being a great American. And basically does a big punch to him. It looked real. It looks so good. So it looks like they're going to have a program, Titus O'Neil and Rusev matches maybe. And I really dig this idea of them fighting each other, so be interesting to see where they go from this. And then you had Enzo Amore and Big Cass come out. They were probably the damn highlight of the night. It was just so damn awesome. I mean, they were just so, like, when they come out, even if it's a damn bad Raw, when they come out, it's damn lit and, like, everything, like, just so entertaining to watch. Of course, they always cut a mean promo on whoever they're facing. The Dudleys again here. They beat the Dudleys. This was this quick match, but it was a quick, good match, to say the least. Then you had the returning John Cena. But I always have to say that nowadays with John Cena, when I see him or if he comes out, because that's the only thing that reminds me of him in his good, great matches also. And then he was talking about how the new era is going to have to go through me. AJ Styles' music hits. I'm not going to lie. When his music hits, I would have marked out. I marked out when I was watching it. But no. The crowd, I don't know what the fuck the crowd was doing when AJ Styles came out. They didn't even cheer that much. Like, really confusing. But he comes out. They don't say anything. For a good minute or two, they do AJ Styles and John Cena dual chants, which that was probably the best. Okay, Enzo Amore and Big Cass, the talent and what they did was the best thing. But overall, this was the best thing of the show. It went on for 2 minutes, and chants like that don't normally keep on going. It was pretty damn awesome. So, talking, saying, I congratulate you, for you coming back and everything. Does a handshake. Gallows and Anderson music hits. So I'm thinking, oh man, we're fixing to get a tag team match, or they're going to brawl. So Gallows and Anderson said, we said we wasn't finished, and that's with you, also with you, AJ. So they're coming down the ring, everything. John Cena gets his shirt off. All the women, like they always do, and then the men are like, yeah, like ready to see him do it. So he throws his shirt out, turns back around. AJ fucking hits him. Heel turn tonight on Raw. People don't like this because they think AJ's pretty good as a good guy and want to see him as a face. But this move, WWE booked this shit so good. I'm not going to lie. They did a fucking great job of this. Props to you. Not props to the rest of the show because it was pretty awful. But this was pretty good. So it looks like we're going to get a Cena versus AJ Styles match. Holy shit. And Gallows and Anderson's going for the tag team championship. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. Then you had Dana Brooke beat Natalya, Natty, my girl, in 2 minutes. And not to say the least, Natty got the jobber entrance where we didn't see her come out. God, this is awful. And then Charlotte and Dana are warping her after the match. Becky Lynch comes out for the save. So it might look like they are going to have a tag team match at Money in the Bank. And then watch out. Sasha Banks is going to make that damn return. I'm telling you. So Ziggler was talking about how he's going to steal the damn show like he does every time. Hell, he don't steal the show every time he fights. I tell you that. He might steal the show of selling the moves, but not the match. But, I am a big fan of Dolph Ziggler, so I can't say much. But they was talking about how he, with the technical match, like all the moves. And then I'm flipping back and forth to Game 7, Golden State versus OKC. So I flip back and I see Ziggler with the mic and saying stuff and everything. And I see the replay. He low blows Corbin. That's the end of the match. I'm like, what is this? Like, I tweeted that out. I was like, what is this? It does not make sense. But, okay. Who cares? Then you had the main event, Sami Zayn versus Dean Ambrose. Sami Zayn, Dean Ambrose, and Cesaro versus Kevin Owens, Y2J, and Alberto Del Rio in a 6-man tag team match to end Raw. Who would have thought? This crowd got into it after when AJ attacked Cena. This crowd was chanting when Y2J was in there, chanting "stupid idiot," and it was that was pretty damn funny in my opinion. Very good chant. But ends up Sami Zayn, Dean Ambrose, and Cesaro wins this match in a very good main event match. That was all for my Raw review, but I am going to answer some questions talking about Raw and things coming up in the future. Questions from at VERMA1NISHANT. Please follow this dude. Pretty good follower of mine. Zed. AJ Styles versus Cena, the co-main event of SummerSlam. Well, we got Money in the Bank to go, and then I believe we got Battleground. So, who knows? Who knows? If their feud goes out till SummerSlam, excuse me. If they are on the same brand when this brand split and the draft happens, then maybe. But who knows? Who knows at this point, honestly. Cruz versus Sheamus, does that help Apollo Crews' career going forward? I believe it does, because Sheamus is that person no one really likes. Like, I like his heel work. I like his work overall. But, like, for a lot of fans to like him, not a lot of fans like him at all. So this does help him, Apollo Crews, be that baby face that they want him to be. If Finn comes to the main roster as a face, which heel opponent is best for him? AJ Styles, since he turned heel. I have to say it's AJ Styles, honestly. My thoughts on Nakamura versus Austin Aries. This is going to be a very good match at NXT TakeOver, the end. And, talking about that, I'm not going to talk much into it, but I'll talk about it on the 13th edition of Team Legend Podcast. It will be on either Thursday or Friday. Not sure yet. But I will talk about it more, but on NXT TakeOver the end, the name of it. But this Nakamura versus Austin Aries match is going to be a very good match, in my opinion. A question from Queen SITPADME. How would I book Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns from now on, like, to Money in the Bank? Definitely not what they did tonight. I'd like to probably see him in a tag team match or some kind of match like that. Uh, excuse me. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, gotta have a brawl to where Roman comes on top, and then Seth comes on top. Something's got to happen to make it more interesting. But alone it, I can't wait for the match. At Lesnar support, please follow this dude. Very good follower and big wrestling fan. How do you think WWE will cope with the brand split judging on tonight's show? He said talent is going to be drained out. Well, I'm trying to not look how they're going to cope with it, talking about tonight's show. Because if they do it with tonight's show, gosh, it's going to be a bad idea to do this brand split. But overall, I know they won't get Raw to 2 hours, but if somehow, some way, they could do Raw to 2 hours, it would be perfect. But this 3 hours is going to kill them, I believe. But who knows? Time will tell how it will turn out. The last question from I Am Twisted Crown. Please follow him. Who do you think will be the 7th entry in the Money in the Bank match? Maybe a new era or a returning superstar? It could be Bray. Doesn't look like it'll be Corbin. I thought it might be Corbin at all. You got Corbin, Randy Orton, not Corbin. I mean Bray Wyatt. You got Randy. Who else? I mean, just leave a comment below if you think it could be someone else, but I'm not thinking of anyone right now. If you like this Raw review with the questions that I just answered, please give this a thumbs up. Share it around Twitter, anywhere, any social media website. I'll be back on Thursday or Friday for the 13th edition of Team Lesnar podcast. You can ask me questions through my direct message or at team__Lesnar. Just send me a tweet, and I will answer them on Thursday and Friday for the 13th edition, and I will see you guys then.